service of CNC worldwide.
The Daily is a service of CNC News. It's made possible by the Greece Chamber of Commerce, providing more than 800 area companies with business solutions since 1984. State police have already issued more than 20,000 tickets under New York's anti-texting and driving law. Now the state is trying a carrot as well as a stick approach to fight the growing danger of distracted driving. The State Thruway Authority is designating its rest plazas and pull-offs as texting zones. Governor Andrew Cuomo said texting and other kinds of distracted driving now cause 1 out of 5 accidents in New York. So the state is encouraging you to keep your hands off the phone until you are parked in one of those safe texting areas.
We're going to have 300 signs that remind people, don't text and drive. There are 90 locations when you add up all the rest areas, service areas, etc. on the affected roads, where you can pull over and text at a rest area, at a service area like this one. That's the intelligent way to do it. And the signs will say, it can wait. Because that's the whole message. It can wait. Why? Because it can.
Federal highway officials say texting and distracted driving crashes now kill far more people than drunken driving. Governor Cuomo said his goal is to make texting while driving just as unacceptable as not wearing seatbelts or drinking and driving have become over the last 30 years. 2 new ideas have surfaced for reuse of Rochester's abandoned subway, or at least the part still existing beneath the Broad Street Bridge. One, designed by students in the architectural program at the Rochester Institute of Technology, would turn the structure that runs beneath the Dinosaur Barbecue and the bridge itself into the Rochester Low Line. New York City turned its abandoned railroad High Line into an above-street park and walking trail with stores. They made a popular attraction out of a former eyesore. The RIT students have the same thing in mind for the subway tunnel, except underground. They propose filling it with gardens, fountains, and parks linked by a bike and hiking trail. Skylights would open to let light in for plants and playgrounds. And the water features are in recognition that the bridge was once the aqueduct that carried the Erie Canal across the Genesee River. They even propose getting electric power from a mini hydro plant on the river to light the thing up at night. You can see their ideas at the project website and on rochestersubway.com. The second idea is the Broad Street Underground, and this one's the brainchild of Rochester architect Louis Childs and his partners. They look at the abandoned subway bed and they see a 400-foot-long by 60-foot space that could be commercial development, linking the convention center and the Blue Cross War Memorial Arena. They'd fill this with restaurants, recreation activities, and shops all lining the south wall of the tunnel from one end to the other. The north side would have a 2-tiered pedestrian walkway, allowing an open view down into the space while maintaining the auto traffic along Broad Street above the whole thing. This concept is similar to the Atlanta Underground. Of course, there are 2 earlier proposals as well. They date back a couple of years. 2 groups have different plans to re-water the old path of the Erie Canal through downtown Rochester, tearing the top deck off the bridge and turning it back into a canal again, connecting it to the river at Cornhill. Xerox Corporation is heading into a new line of business, handling customer service and toll collection for the Texas State Department of Transportation. Xerox says the company will manage all aspects of toll collection and processing, maintenance of toll plazas, plus the Texas version of Easy Pass. It'll even run the breakdown assistance courtesy trucks. The 5-year deal is worth about $100 million. A Swiss businessman and philanthropist has given $2 million to the University of Rochester to support research into treatment of bone fractures in the elderly. Hans-Jörg Wyss gave the money to fund work by Dr. Stephen Cates at the University of Rochester Medical Center. His Geriatric Fracture Center at Highland Hospital has developed a unique model for prevention and treatment of broken bones in geriatric patients. It wants to export that model to other hospitals. A Rochesterian born in Kenya set a new record for the Rochester Marathon Sunday. Kip Tizia ran the 26.2 miles from downtown Rochester to Fairport and back in 2 hours, 19 minutes, 59 seconds. The women's category was taken by Melissa Gillette, a Midwesterner, at 2:29:12. Thousands of people from around the U.S. and Canada ran the marathon and the half marathon. Pouring rain on Saturday did not stop 86 volunteers from picking up 800 pounds of trash at Durand Eastman Beach as part of International Coastal Cleanup Day. Organizer Jamie Romeo said this was the 20th anniversary of the Durand Eastman cleanup. Volunteers not only clean up the beach, they also document and try to figure out the source of the trash. This year they collected everything from cigarette butts to empty 55-gallon drums. To the left of the player window are links to these and other stories, and at the bottom of the page, if you're on CNC, are links you can use to post news and information directly to us. If you're watching on YouTube, see our website at greasenylive.com or on Twitter. The next news podcast is As It Happens. The updates are as necessary. I'm Bud Lowell, CNC News.